Good afternoon, everybody. This is Anthony Hudson from little old bitty Laurel, Mississippi. And tonight I think I've picked a name for my platform. And I think it'll be the Hood Review. So you all, from now on, this will be the Hood Review. And so now let's get into it. On this afternoon, we'll start out this morning. This morning, we had a council meeting, and I did attend the council meeting after God knows how long, since I was treated the way I was treated up there. And I got up and I spoke. And my main issue was that they have stopped allowing the council clerk to record what citizens are saying during citizen forum into the council minutes. So I tried to explain to them that, hey, this is important. This is something that we need. So any incoming elected officials, if they want to go back and read some of the minutes and see what some of the citizens were saying that probably wasn't done, then they can probably get it done. But with you hiding what citizens are coming into a council meeting saying, then you don't want anyone to know what citizens are coming up there complaining about. So, but anyway, after I got through speaking, and if everybody follow me on Facebook, they will be able to see what happened in the live council meeting this morning at 9 o'clock. But anyway, after I got through speaking, then Councilman Carmichael had something to say. So Councilman Carmichael got up and said, don't you all trust these so-called people who saying that they are out there trying to help other people? These activists that's out there trying to help other people, because if they wanted to help people, they would get up out of their beds and go knock door to door and tell people to pick up their trash and help people pick up their trash. But we just did that a week ago down in Southport Village. And I wanted to ask, where were you? You didn't come down there and try to help us, because in Southport Village, they would not mow the yard down there. And snakes was coming out. And they was on Facebook letting us know. And citizens from the community were going down there mowing because we didn't want no snakes crawling out of there into our homes. So Mr. Carmichael wasn't down there helping us. But you gonna get up there and say us activists coming out here to the public on Facebook, and 15% of what we saying are true, and 85% of what we saying are lies. Now this is what he stood up there and said, and now I'm the only one in the meeting that consider myself as a community activist, really as a city activist, because I talk about things that happen all over this city, not just my community, but I'm very active about my community because they have destroyed this community. So, but anyway, if you go to my Facebook page, you'll be able to see how the councilman got up there and said hello. He was tell all the Facebookers hello and everything, but we all know you sitting up here watching what we saying on Facebook. And you all don't want us up there in those meetings. But we'll still be there. Now my second issue is to Southport Village. Now I gave you the number for you to call into HUD and file your complaint. Okay, I'm finna give you another number. This is a non-profit agency, and they help people with legal services that cannot afford legal services. So their number is 1-800-498-1804. That number is 1-800-498-1804. So we're giving you all this information. Now it's up to you to use it. We can't call and file complaints for you. So now I've given you where to file the complaints, and now I've given you a free legal agency that deal with free legal services. So it's up to you, Southport Village, to make your life better. If you don't do it, it's not going to get better. We can come down there and help you all we want, but we are not residents. You are the residents. Let me give you that number one more time to this free legal services. 1-800-498-1804. Okay, let's go to the next issue in a little bit of Laurel Jones County. Now, several months ago, a young lady came on Facebook and she grabbed the heart of millions with tears that she had been beaten, that she had been kicked. And as I stated on my Facebook page, and I want to state it completely, I knew Mr. Pollard, and I didn't think that Mr. Pollard would do that. But my main objective was to talk about domestic violence. Now, you know, we as citizens trust when you come out here on Facebook that you are telling the truth. At least I do. I don't know about everybody else, but I believe in you telling the truth. This young man had people threatening his life. He had me, you know, him and I have parted together. I don't think nobody even knew that. Him and I have been in the same club sometimes, partying together, spoke with each other, danced with the same women. But I was ready to turn my back on him because I do not believe in beating on women. And now what we got to deal with is them crocodile tears that you came out here with crocodile tears and you touched our heart by showing bruises and everything because we thought you was actually telling the truth. We did not know that it was reversed, most likely, because on my page I said, well, if he hit her first, she had the right to defend herself. And I said if she hit him first, now me, I would have took that lead. And I would have took them into court. But some men are not like that. If you hit them, they're going to defend themselves. Now, if it was another man, I would defend myself before I take a slap or a hit from a man. Another man. But when it's a woman, I'll take that little pain and I'll deal with it. But you got to deal with the consequences. And if I'm on somebody's legal property, then I know I got to take you in that courtroom, baby. But we have a young man now in the city of Laurel that all of us questioned. And now a court of law has vindicated him. So, what do we say about that? How do we work with this issue? How do the legal system deal with an issue like this? Do they come back and file a false complaint against her? How is this going to work? Is the newspaper going to come out, or is Mr. Pollard going to come out and tell people the what actually happened in that courtroom? Because it's all over Facebook, and I'm going by Facebook, by somebody that said that they was in the courtroom. I know her name and everything, and out here repeating everything that happened in the courtroom, and how she was hemmed up by his lawyers. So now you have almost destroyed a young man's life. I was on your side because I don't believe in women getting beat. I don't. Period. And so for those who really lost trust in this man, then we have to show him now that we can give that trust back to him faithfully. You understand what I'm saying? So, and for her, madam, please, I don't know if you are a resident of Laurel or not, but please, don't make any more false complaints against anybody else. I'm not saying you don't have the right to file complaints. As a citizen, you have that right. And I'm pretty sure the Laurel Police Department and the mayor will give you that right. But you have really, truly, not only put our black men under the spotlight, but you put our city under the spotlight. So I'm going to ask you, publicly apologize to that man. We can't give him an apology. Because see, when somebody tug at your heart, you gonna go that way. A woman can tug at a man's heart. A woman can pull feelings and emotions out of a man or a woman. And it was so real, y'all. If you look at the video, once I learned how to upload videos as I'm talking on this thing and everything, I would do that. But for now, you have to go to my Facebook page and see the videos that I got on there. So, Mr. Pollard, we dealt with him. You know, like I said, thank God that he was strong enough to continue to fight until the truth came out. Some people go quiet with their truth, and some people like putting their truth out there. I wouldn't have let it get there before I put my truth out there. It would have, her video would have not went viral before I put my truth out there, even if I had to put it out there without a lawyer. So there are different ways you handle situations, and in today's society, You don't let a lie go too far. That's something that you do not do. And if you are innocent, you say you innocent up front. Not go quiet like most people want people to do. We was always taught to go quiet. No, because see, you don't went quiet in some people's ears. Now it'll never reach that all of this was a lie. So that's another reason I be telling black folk, don't hold your truth in. You don't care. Don't care what nobody say about you and your truth. Don't care about what somebody say about you coming on here saying, because this is our freedom. What they got to worry about is you coming out telling the truth on them. That's what you got to worry about. So let's go to the next issue. Laurel was real juicy today, y'all. I promise you. Today at 4 o'clock, you can go back on my page. We had a hearing. And in this hearing, Officer Evans had been suspended for 6 weeks and demoted because he supposedly told a podcaster some confidential information from the police department. Now, the first very interesting part in this meeting that really had me embarrassed was that Mr. Evans' lawyer came up there spitting out laws that they overlooked. I wouldn't say that they overlooked it, but the way he was calling out things that they did and did not do, and was saying they could not do, y'all don't need to be sitting up there. It wasn't but one. Let me tell you something. It was one lawyer up there, and I knew who he was. And he made sure he pointed him out, because he told him, if you want to read this rule, it's so and so and so and so. And there's Lou Yoda. And every time he said that law, I looked at Lou Yoda and I looked at Mr. Drummond. Now, Mr. Drummond is the president of the Civil Service Commission. See what I'm saying? But they taking all of their legal advice from Yoda, rather than looking at it and reading for yourself what you supposed to do when that man is going through those administrative procedures. But see, the whole outcome even looked as if you didn't want him to go through those administrative procedures. You didn't want to subpoena none of his witnesses. And why not? And it just so happened one of his witnesses drove all the way in from Texas. So did. All the way in from Texas to testify. So, if y'all look at my videos on Facebook from the meetings today, you will get a very clear view of what's going on up there in the Laurel City Hall. They're not obeying the law. They're not even responding to lawyers. You see what I'm saying? It's like we don't have to do nothing we don't want to do. If we don't want to respond to you, we don't have to respond to you. And that's not true. And that's all the way from the city council to every damn committee Johnny done put together up there. Including, but not limited to, the fairground commissioners. So we were very happy when Officer Evans received his payback. But they let us know in the hearing that they had demoted him. But they let us know in the hearing they had gave him that promotion back. Okay? So, on tonight, they gave him his money back. So that means they gave him his lieutenant rank back. They gave him his money back. And he's back working on duty. But one thing you did not do was put him back in CID. He is one hell of an investigator. Why would you not want him there? We need an answer to that. Because if you found him not guilty in not releasing confidential information to a podcaster, then you supposed to give him everything back. You don't give him pieces back. You give him everything back. And the citizens of Laurel want him back in CID. And I'm pretty sure that the DAs want him back over there too, because he take them valid, solid cases. Now, so once again, congratulations, Officer Evans, and we hope and we pray in the next week or so we hear you back in CID. Now, after this meeting, and I walked out the door, I was approached by Mr. Joe Porter, who informed me that he was assaulted at his residence. Upon this assault, he called 911. But from this call for help to his resident, he was arrested. Now bear in mind, this man walk on a cane. This man got suffering from a chronic illness, and they took him down there with no shirt, wouldn't allow him to get his medicine, his cane. He had none of that. They put him in jail, in a jail cell. The man told me I was cold, Miss Hustle. He said I was freezing. And he said this white inmate came to him and gave him his blanket and covered up his feet. And he said that white inmate sit up there and froze half the night. But he wanted to make sure that Mr. Porter Sr. was warm. Then the man told me that when this white man was released the next morning, he gave him his blanket. And he said that the guards came in and took the blankets away from him, making him freeze again. So while we were sitting up there talking, he seen the assistant chief walking by. He stopped him and started it all over. And he said when he tried to file a report, he said they told him, "You're a City of Laurel inmate." So me and the assistant chief looked at each other like, what they mean by that? When it comes to medical attention and him having to crawl to his food. what, what, you know, I am just, today have just been such a day. And I mean, it's just like all kind of things that really should not be happening just came out today. So I don't know who this young white man is, but I know how Mr. Porter suffers, and I know his movements and everything. I mean, the young man is sick. And for you to take your blanket and cover his feet, and then for a deputy to come and take it. Now, of course, he is city property, but the city pay you. If that man asks for medical attention, he should get it. If he is on a cane and can't halfway breathe and can't halfway walk, you gonna throw him in a room on a floor with a blanket? That's cruel and unusual punishment. And we should have political leaders in the city of Laurel, Mississippi, that will not allow that. So y'all, I could say it has been a very it has been a very good day in a way. Very good day. Because we have people that's really standing up and really fighting for themselves. That's what we got to do. We got to stand up and fight for ourselves. Because if we don't, the system will run over us. And that's what the system shouldn't be doing that. And nobody, and Lord have mercy, Jesus. Y'all know what got me so much in this entire situation? Was when he was calling the names that had filed I don't know what you call them, because they didn't even use that in the hearing. But anyway, they filed statements of they heard him talking, he knew his number. Everybody know Donnie Black number. Donnie Black will tell you on his Facebook page, if you got anything to say to me, this is my phone number. So it's a lot. So I'm pretty sure some of those officers done sit down and watched his page and heard him give out his number. So yeah, of course the man probably couldn't know his number. Had the people in the city of Laurel know his number. So this is my second one, y'all. And like I said, I hope I'm getting better. But this has been a day that was in the making. And like I said, all right, Laurel, Jones County, y'all have a good one. This is the Hood Review. And y'all have a good day. All right.